What's up, ladies and gents? Sinister1, your host. Welcome back to more Metal Gear Solid 3 HD walkthrough, Foxhound run on European Extreme. We just got done with the Gru boss battle from the Ocelot Lunate, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the next section, which is the swampy area. There are actually a few gameplay sections that we need to stealth our way through. Now, my guide with this walkthrough has always been limit the amount of times I interact with the enemies, so if I don't have to knock them out, if I don't have to distract them by throwing something or anything like that, then that is my main goal in this. So here you're going to see two crocodiles. You're going to go ahead and jump in between them. You're also going to hear a small audible click coming up as soon as we enter the water. Once you hear that audible click, you want to go into your cure menu and burn the leeches. You just heard the click right there, so that means we need to go into our cure menu and we can go ahead and burn the leeches with our cigar. This is going to limit the amount of stamina deduction that we actually have. That way we have more stamina, which is going to help us in the end. We do have some animals and stuff that we took out a little bit earlier in the beginning of Operation Snake Eater to make sure that when stamina gets too low that we can replenish a little bit. But again, once you hear that audible click, go ahead and go into your cure menu. You should be good to go. Also, keep an eye out on your stamina. If you see it drastically going down, that means something is wrong and you can use that to your advantage. Here I'm going to show you what I do in the walkthrough is we skip all the cutscenes and all that stuff. This is a codec conversation, but it is not really necessary to anything that you would need to know if this is your first time watching the game. There's a trapdoor right there to the left, as you can see, so make sure you stay clear of that. Now, I always try to find my own unique ways of going through these sections, and again, I want to do it as if you were going through these sections for the first time. So what you see here, and the game for some reason always slows down in this section a little bit, we're going to get down here. We can actually crawl through. There are a bunch of claymore mines set up, but if you go the route that I do, you never have to worry about a single one of them. Stick to the right side here, you'll see the claymore right there, but if you're on the right, you don't have to worry about it. There's also a trap right there that you can get around if you just go the route that I do. Go ahead and climb this tree. We're going to take about 2 steps forward, and then we're going to press forward on our thumb pad, which is going to allow us to jump over to the other side. You don't have to worry about the 2 dogs and the other guard that is in this area. You can easily get by them if you are quick enough. This section is a little bit tougher. You're going to be seen just slightly, but it's not enough to actually cause any problem. Jump through this little thing here, immediately get down, and start crawling your way over to the left side here. As you can see, we haven't been seen by anybody just yet until there. But again, if you can get behind the cover before he actually sees you, then he will not come and investigate. Now, the only thing that we're doing is waiting here for this guard to turn around. Once he turns around, give it a few seconds. As you can see, the patterns of the 2 guards in the background will continually look left and right. And as you can see, they're staggered, so one is always looking left, one is always looking right. Wait until this guard here is passed beyond the point that he would see you crawling, and you should be able to make it and get over to here before that guy will actually perceive you enough to start walking over. Now, again, this is the slower route to do it. I've done it many ways where it's a lot faster, but you're taking things out, you're knocking things out here. Here, we're not going to worry about knocking anything out. It is straight up pure stealth. We're going to keep crawling all the way until we get over here. The dog is going to follow a natural path. That path is going to lead him to the right. So if you just stick to the left here and wait for a very, very short period of time, you'll be able to get by this dog, without having to worry about any enemies. Now, at this point, you can go ahead and get up and start running. A guard might perceive you, but you'll be past the area of where he'll be able to call an alert, and we can move on to Boshoya Past Base. Now, my strategy here is I want to get as many stun grenades as I can, so we're going to immediately move over to the right. Again, this is my strategy for not knocking anyone out or messing with anybody. He will perceive you, but you will be far enough away and you have a high enough camo index with Tiger Stripe that you don't have to worry. You do need to run through this section if you want your timing to be perfect. So as you can see, this guard is going to turn around, he's going to start manning the turret. So if you get over here immediately, when you get close enough, go into your stalk mode. As you can see, he will not see you in your peripheral vision. Now keep going over to the right. As soon as you hear him talk, that is when you want to go ahead and start running. You'll be perceived by a guy that is inside the warehouse, but he's inside. No chance of you actually getting caught by him. So we're going to move over to this far right side to bypass pretty much everybody. This is going to allow us to go ahead and grab TNT as well as the stun grenades. And there's other ammo and things in here if you are going for that route as well. Now, there is one more guy that we need to actually get around in this section, so we're going to use the knock and lure him over here so that we can get right around him. Again, you're free to run, stick to the right side, and as you can see, bam, you're good to go. Now we have the Ocelot Battle, which is a little bit tricky, but hopefully I'll be able to guide you through it.
here at last. Looks like the boss's info was right. Twice now you've made me taste bitter defeat. I hate to disappoint the Cobras, but you're mine now. All of you, leave us. It's just you and me. No one to get in our way. Ocelots are proud creatures. They prefer to hunt alone. Shots. This time I've got 12 shots.
Welcome to the Ocelot boss battle. First thing you want to do is go ahead and unequip your silencer and shoot him with your Mark 22. Get down over here in the corner and wait for them to start shooting you. If you're ducked down, they won't be able to hit you, and you can get in another shot. So that way we already have 2 shots on him very, very quickly. Now, my strategy for this is going to be unlike anybody else's, because I'm going for the more simplistic approach. We're going to be doing a lot of hits with the auto aim, and all I do to get this is whenever I see him, I get a little bit closer, and then I just click in the left thumbstick, and that allows me to pretty much be aimed in the direction that you need to in order to hit him. There are 2 snakes that can cause damage to you, that can poison you, so you want to take those out on each side as soon as you can. I do not hit the auto-target LB button, which is a different type of auto-targeting. So clicking the left thumbstick pretty much just brings up your weapon. And then as long as you're looking in the general direction of where Ocelot is, you should be able to hit him most of the time. It can be a little tricky to pull off, as you can see. There are a few times that I do get pretty lucky without taking any damage here, but go ahead and grab, obviously, the food that we see here as well, because you never know if we need those. And really, your main goal is just to stay behind the cover as much as you can. Only come out when you see there's an opportunity. And every single time he reloads, you'll be able to get in a free shot. So always take that into consideration. Use a stun grenade here, and if you throw it a little bit higher than you might actually think, you'll be able to do some damage to him. And we're also going to make him take a little bit longer and do a little damage to him as well by shooting this beehive nest. Now sometimes, if you go over to this right corner, you'll be able to see him as he's swatting all of the bees. However, he was too far back, so we couldn't actually get a good shot on him there. So unfortunately that didn't work and made it go a little bit longer because he still has to go through the animations of reloading. This is a boss battle that I spent about 2 hours on just to... I beat it many times and tried different things. But as you can see, this is one of those times where you're aiming in the direction, but it actually doesn't end up hitting him. I get lucky not to get shot here, though. So you can't always rely that it's going to work, but hopefully this strategy helps you guys out. As soon as you hear them start shooting at you, get down, and you should be able to not take any damage, and aim at them, and bam, you've just completed it.
Damn it. He found us.
We'll meet again.